Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am BriannaSherece. If you are new, if you are returning, hey girl, hey. So today's edition, we're gonna be giving out wedding tips. I'm gonna shoot for 12, but let's see how it goes, okay? All right, so congratulations to my newly engaged people, my people that are planning a wedding, my people who have been married and they're planning a wedding. I have been married for 4 years now. Um, we got well, we did our little 1-2, went down to the courthouse and got our marriage license. We signed it, and we plan on having our wedding um that year, but we decided to do it the following year. So we didn't do like the little elopement ceremony in the courthouse or whatever. We just went, got our marriage license, signed it in front of the judge. He was the witness. And we just went on about our life for a year. We laugh and joke about it and we call it like our little test run, our 1 year test run. But we did we had our wedding May 28th of 2022. I should know this. Yes, of 2022, because we got engaged in 2020. We went to the courthouse in 21 and we had our wedding in 2022. So we just celebrated our anniversary this year. So I did put some tips down in my notes just so I can kind of, you know, give a little guidance, okay? So first things first, pick a date. The date is important. Pick a date, because when you go to tour venues, do I'm sorry. When you go to tour venues, pick a caterer, your cake and things like that, you're gonna wanna have to have a date, because these people are gonna wanna know, so you can get locked in. So pick a date. Pick a date. It's no rush, but pick a date. Before you do anything else, pick a date. Okay. Um, Pick a budget, but be realistic about it. If all else fails, prioritize these things. Let's be realistic about it. I think I'm gonna do a part two, because I want to go more into detail, but for now, we're just gonna give tips, okay? Pick a budget. I think for us, our budget was 10K, but we ended up spending about 15K, because the extra 5 was for family accommodations and things like that. But pick a budget. Then you want to pick your venue. What I did was I narrowed it down to 3 venues. That way I wouldn't be so like confused on what I wanted to pick, because I can be very indecisive. So what I did was I sat down and I just looked up places. I looked up places, picked me 3 of them. We went and toured maybe 4 at the least. And I picked one. And we ended up picking Benton Event Center out in Benton, Arkansas. At the time, we were at the peak of the pandemic, right? Mind you, we planning this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Um, we picked that venue a month after. I wouldn't even say a month after we got engaged. I was on it, because the prices of these venues are insane. And God looked out for us, because when we got that venue, it was right before everybody increased on all their prices, okay? Third, fourth, your guest list. It doesn't have to be the accurate amount, but you want it to be like close in the estimate range. That way, when you go to the venue, when you go to your caterer, when you do your bars and all of that, you want to have a number to give the people. That way, you can have an accurate total, so you'll know if that's within your budget or not. We had about 150, I want to say. But at first, the plan was to have 100 people. But because my family is so huge, I kind of got Josh to edge it on a little bit. So I think we did about 150, but ended up it was about 120 people that came or whatever. Like I said, I will do a part two because I want to go into depth about this. My whole wedding experience, okay? Another tip, your wedding party. Choose your wedding party. I had two, no, I didn't have two. I had one maid. No, I had two maid of honors. And I had three bridesmaids. Three bridesmaids. Yeah, so I had a total of five, I want to say. Do as you please. Choose who you want. Just make sure you have your wedding party together. Do not feel obligated to put anybody inside of your wedding party that you are not comfortable with. You give everybody a role. And if they choose not to accept that role, do not feel any type of way about it, because this is about you. This is not about them. Whatever they want to do, they should have had their own wedding. They should go plan a party. This is your day. You give out roles, and if they choose not to accept, that's okay. And if on down the line they choose not to accept, that's okay. If they want to remove themselves, that's okay. Ladies, this is about you. That day is about us. It's not about anybody else. Do what you want to do, okay? Do y'all hear me? Do what you want to do. All right. You can pick a event planner or a day of coordinator. I planned my whole entire wedding, no help at all. I picked out venues, I picked out caterers. I didn't pick out caterers and venues. I I looked up these things. I looked up venues, I looked up caterers, I looked up cake places, dresses, all of that. I did all of that myself. Now, if you're if you're a creative like me, you know exactly what you want, do it. And just get you a day of coordinator, because that saves you about 10,000 within itself. If I can do something, I'm going to do it myself, because I know everybody has to get their coins any type of way, but if you can do it. Okay? I had a day of coordinator. I didn't even need a day of coordinator the way my day went. But I had a day of coordinator, which they do help out a lot. But an event planner, if that's not your forte, then get you an event planner. But it saved us thousands of dollars to not have an event planner. Okay? Caterer, get you a caterer. Think about it. A lot of people, they go by the plate. And what I tell a lot of people, a lot of my friends, my cousins, they got married. Buki, if you would not pay for them a plate tonight for dinner, do not put them on that list just because you feel obligated to invite them. Baby, you're paying for them to eat and come around. That's just something I can't do. I couldn't do. So be very strategic. Be very mindful of your pockets, because once again, this is about you. This day is about you and your spouse, okay? You're finding the man, well, you have found the man of your dreams. You're about to marry him, okay? All right. Don't feel obligated. Them caterers, when it comes to giving that number for them for the food, and they drop their budget, they drop their price on you, you're gonna be like, hold on now. I can go back and I can take some people out, because baby, listen to me. There was no shame in my game with my guest list. I'm telling you that now. It was no shame. Another tip, make sure you pick out the colors that you want. So we did like the burnt orange with the beige or whatever, because the plan was for us to have a fall wedding, because I love those colors so much. So we were going to do the rustic orange brown looking color with the olive green. But because of life, we had to switch it up. So the only available date when we had to switch from, I think we had October at first, We had to switch to October, from October to the next year. They only had May available. So that's what made us choose May. But we wanted to stick to October because that's when we got engaged. So, pish posh, we went with May. So I just changed the olive green, was it like the olive or dark green, to like a beige cream color or whatever. It's the colors I wanted. It just wasn't the month. So we was gonna stick with it and go with it. I know a lot of people had questions about it, but pick the colors you want. Pick the colors you want. What else? Your dress. Make sure you pick your dress. Make sure you go shopping for a dress 6 months prior to your date. Do not wait to the last minute because they always have backtracking issues, back ordering issues. So you never know what's gonna go on. Then once you pick the dress you want, you may lose weight because you know us. We like to always go and lose weight. Then when it's time, we got to alter these dresses, and that's so much more money. But at least you are prepared for that. Another thing is, ladies, let me tell y'all something. I know the men like to do stuff they self, but hear me out. If if you can, book that appointment for the guys to go get their tuxedos, okay? Because hear me out. My husband, I think they got their suits maybe a month before. I want to say a month before. But my dad, and my brother, they all went together to get their suits. But I'm thinking that him and his groomsmen already went, but they didn't. They didn't. So him, my dad, and my brother, they went together and got their suits and things. Then I think maybe probably three. Either way, girl, it was a month before, and they had just got their suits. They don't understand the urgency. You never know what's gonna happen. But that was that. I know you'll talk with that with your event planner, but for someone who did it themselves, mind you, it's nothing wrong with doing it yourself. A lot of people don't understand that DIY means do it yourself, but if you also pay somebody else to do it, they're also doing it themselves. So I'm not pretty sure if people understand how DIY works. Like, if I go and I make something myself, it's because I did it myself. When someone else does it, you're just paying them and they're doing it themselves. Do you get what I'm saying? So what I did was I was taking notes because when I was getting these prices from these event planners and they were breaking it down to me, I'm like, okay, I can do this. We finna go to Amazon. I'm on YouTube. I'm looking at videos like this. They're helping me out. Baby, we finna get to it. We're about to work this thing out. Because me, I don't believe in spending money if I don't have to spend money. But all in all, before I end this video, please know that if it's stressing you out, remove it. If someone is stressing you out, remove them. Um, if you can find an alternative way around something, do it. Cake wise, pick your cake. Pick your cake. Please pick your cake because I looked at cake places and I was just thinking like, where can I get a reasonable price cake? Because maybe these cakes are expensive. Now, some of these cakes, they be real little when they slap their fondant on there. I know you got to make your money. But when it comes to weddings, anything that you put wedding in front of, you're going to be taxed to the max, okay? Taxed to the max. Do y'all hear me? Ladies, don't go breaking these men pockets. Don't go breaking your pockets. Don't go breaking your parents' pockets for a wedding. If you have to elope, have that wedding later. But do not, I repeat, do not break your pockets for the wedding because you have to go back to your normal life the next day. The next day. Once you go to back to your normal life the next day, everybody that came to that wedding gone on about their life. You just spent all that money for them to have a good time, baby. Their belly's full, they feeling real good, and they are gone. Okay. Another thing, bar. If you want to have a bar, do it. We had one. We had a bar. It came with the venue, right? Um, Now my friend, when her mom got married, they did a what do you call it? What was it called? A stock bar. Like the Friday before when you have the reception and things like that, the reception rehearsal, they did a stock bar. So everybody came, they had a little party and you brought your favorite wine, alcohol, liquor, your favorite spirit, whatever. They brought that. And then it supplied the bar for the next day. Now, some people, when it comes to bars, they do let you supply your own alcohol. It just depends on the person that you book with personally. But we, of course, the venue had a bartender, and they taxed us, y'all. They taxed us. They taxed us real bad, real bad. And I mean, they taxed us after the wedding was over, and they taxed us bad, y'all. So watch that, because they will say $5 per drink or $3 per drink, but they're gonna add on their little 1 2 to it. Don't forget to breathe, enjoy it, because it's gonna go by so fast. It's gonna go so fast. Don't get so caught up in planning, which I know you're gonna do, that you forget to enjoy the moment, because I barely remember anything from my wedding day. I had a blast. I really don't remember anything because I was just so like, oh. And I remember telling myself that morning when I went and got my hair done, this day is going to go how it's supposed to go. Nothing will be messed up. Nothing will go wrong. It's going to go exactly how it's meant to go. So enjoy the wedding planning. Enjoy every minute, process every wedding dress appointment when you go try on dresses, cake tasting, picking out dresses with you and your girls, um, food tasting, picking out your food menus and all of that. Please enjoy it. I promise. Because I just look back and I be like, that was a lot, but I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Of course, you're going to have some bumps in the road. And this is not to scare anybody. This is just like the realistic side of it. Like a lot of people, they do have a little 1 2 situations going on, but you can't let that intervene, because if you let that bother you, it's like in that moment, it's not even about the wedding. It's not even about you getting down the aisle anymore. This is about a whole nother different person, and it's taking away from the situation at hand. So, with all that being said, congratulations. I will be back for a part 2 so we can go into depth about our experience wedding planning, and hopefully that will help you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you guys. I am BriannaSherece. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those post notifications. That way when I upload, you'll be able to tune in. Love you. Bye.